This is crazy. How you guys doing?
Tell us.
Love you.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
No, well, guys, for those of you who don't remember or know me too well, my name is Wade. So I was born in Pensacola, Florida. And then at the age of 2, my parents kind of split up. I went to Nebraska with my mom. Grew up in Nebraska for like 20 years, I guess, something like that. Yeah, 20 years. It's kind of crazy because I never really saw myself in a position like this because of the way I went about school growing up. Never really cared about school. Graduated with a 1.79 GPA. Really bad. It was really bad. Decided not to go to college. I was like, whatever, I don't really need it. Didn't like school anyways. And so what had happened was I became a chef instead. Cooked at a pretty high-end nursing home back home in Nebraska. It cost them like $12,000 a month to live there. It was ridiculous. That's what I did. I did that for 4 years, day in, day out. I decided, I was like, got out of a relationship. The girl moved to Thailand unexpectedly. It was kind of wild. Yeah, it was interesting for sure. And then John, we were playing Call of Duty one night. I know, really productive. We were playing Call of Duty. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna move to Texas in about like 2 or 3 weeks." He was like, "You should come with me." He was just messing around. He's like, "You should come with me." I had nothing else to do, so I was like, "Yeah, okay, I'm down." He's like, "Wait, really?" I was like, "Let's start looking for apartments." That night we stayed up to like 3 o'clock in the morning, just looking at apartments all over Dallas. Turns out Dallas is pretty big. I didn't realize, like Nebraska people are like, everything's bigger in Texas. I'm like, yeah, whatever. No, there were so many apartments we were looking for. Dude, it was so funny. So I also started applying for jobs. I originally, not a lot of you might know this, but I originally accepted a position to sell Spectrum Internet. No, and the reason why is it had nothing to do with my current field at the time, just because what had happened is my growth got capped, right? And I don't know if you guys have ever been in a work environment where like your growth was capped, so you were just like, this kind of sucks, right? So I was just looking for something with more growth, and it was just different. I wanted to experience more things, so I accepted that position. John and I, we flew down. We drove down to Texas about a week or so before we moved down here. We toured 2 apartments. We were like, this is cool. We like them. We're gonna go home and decide or whatever. We just didn't choose either one of them that we came down here to tour. Kind of low-key, kind of a waste of time and money. But we just found the place we live at now online. Didn't even get to like do a virtual tour or anything. Just saw that it was 1,400 square feet in Uptown for $1,700 a month. Too bad. Kind of hard to beat, right? So we were just like, whatever, apply. We reserved it. It's pretty cool. But it's funny because on my way down here, Jackie actually called me. One of our admins, Jackie called me and she was like, "Hey, like, we loved you. They want you in for a 2nd round interview. So you can talk to somebody." I was like, I already accepted a job, but I'll hear you out. Like, I was like, I'm not gonna take this job, but I'll hear you guys out. Because it's just like, I chose to live in Uptown because it was close to my job. So I was like, I'll hear you guys out though. Came in and that man back there, Tommy, he did my 2nd round interview. Dude, I have so much gratitude for Tommy, guys. It makes me super emotional to think about. No, but it's funny because like you guys see I have fun socks on. That's like what me and Tommy clicked on immediately. He was wearing these Scuba Steve socks. He's wearing cactuses today. Cat guy, whatever. No, and I saw him and I remember seeing him and I was like, that's so cool. I want some of those. He talked to me, told me about the job, just how all of us had a 2nd round interview. Talked about the growth part of it. Talked about how cool the environment was, how positive the environment was. Everything I needed to hear, everything I wanted to hear, everything I was looking for. And then I had my 3rd round with Claire. Claire did my 3rd round. She grilled me, dude. She's pretty cutthroat, but it comes from a really, really beautiful, wonderful place. she just thinks everybody deserves a chance, and I agree. I think everybody does deserve a chance. Her and Tommy both were willing to give me that chance. I remember when I was sitting in the office when I was doing it. I was sitting like this. I was so nervous because of her. She did my first one, so I was like, she's top dog. Like she runs the place. I was sitting like this, and like I remember I leaned back because I answered a question I felt good about. So I leaned back, dude, my handprint was there, and I was like, oop. I was sweating so bad, and then she was like, she did the yeah, we'd love to offer you the position. She went to go shake my hand, and I knew it was like a puddle under there, so I did this. I wiped it off, wiped my pants, and I was like, thank you. And then I was like, yeah, real quick, before we go any further, how do I quit a job? She's like, what? I was like, yeah. So funny story. I accepted a job to sell Spectrum. She was like, just email them. I remember I came in and on my orientation day, I told her I emailed them. Guys, I did not. I shot the dude a text message. I was like, going a different route. Not the most professional way to go about it, but I was scared. I was super excited also for this. I remember I got home after accepting the offer. John, I got home from an interview with a gym. He was gonna work at a gym. Did you guys imagine? Not saying no, not like that, but where he is now, and he could just be signing people up for Jim Bro John. He could just be signing people up for memberships. And I remember I got home, he was like, how was it? I was like, dude, I was in the waiting room, they play rap music. I was like, you should apply. So he applied too. We both had the same orientation day. It was January 18th. 7 months ago today, actually. That's what's crazy. 7 months ago on the dot today. So you guys know how they say on average it takes about 6 to 8 months? Here I am, 7. I'm right in the middle. Right in the middle. But it did not come without any trials or tribulations. I can tell you guys that much. Been through a lot. Made a lot of mistakes through the program. It is a good place to make mistakes, but you should also try to avoid some at the same time. I got promoted in leadership my first 5 days. Shout out Tommy for teaching me the way. Tommy Lean takes you a long way. Got promoted in 5 days. John and I both kind of got stuck in leader land a little bit, just a tad bit. Yeah, him a little bit more than me, but we just didn't take it seriously. Really, we didn't go 2 feet in, close the back door. We were still so fresh to Dallas that our main priority was going downtown and partying. Just to be honest with you guys, and because of that, I didn't see any growth. We didn't see any growth. We just got super stagnant, got super comfortable. We got to leadership. We were like, yeah, dude, we're leaders. Look at my little packet, you know. And really, it took Richard lighting a fire under our ass. He had a really intense conversation with us. Pretty much just telling look, I believe in you guys, but you're just not putting in the effort. And people who do that don't last long. And I remember hearing him say that, and I was like, I'm gonna be fired, bro. I'm about to sell Spectrum. I was like, dude, I'm not looking forward to this. So me and John, we were like, dude, we gotta start creating better habits. We gotta stop doing the things that were stunting our growth and replace it with things that would speed it up. Because shortly after I got into leadership, those of you who don't know, but his name's Danny Campos. He runs our market out in Raleigh, North Carolina. Saw him get promoted into ownership. I saw him and his team get shipped out to Raleigh, and I remember seeing that, and I was like, I want that to be me. I know a lot of us here try to be like Danny, because Danny's just that image, that picture of what you want to be, what you should be, and how you should handle things. An amazing guy, amazing student. He has helped a lot of us do a lot of things. I know he's helped Team Elite out a whole bunch. He just serves his upline, and that's what I love about him. And that's what I try to do to Tommy. That's why I always talk about where's my upline, I want to get my upline promoted, things like that, because I'm in this not just for myself, I'm in this for him. He has goals too. He's a human being, and he has dreams that I can definitely help him reach, so I'm going to. That's just what I'm going to do. And then, for those of you who don't know, family is the most important thing to me. No, family's super important to me, and above all, it's my grandparents. So when I was working in the nursing home back home in Nebraska, my grandfather on my dad's side passed away because of COVID. I wasn't allowed to go to his funeral because I was working in a healthcare facility and COVID was just so brand new. They wouldn't let me travel. They were just like, you travel, you get fired. I had bills to pay, so I was like, okay. I never got to really like hear any last words from him. He went into a coma. And my ultimate dream since I've been a kid is always to make them proud. So I never got to hear that from him, which is really hard. But that's why I actually have a tattoo of the day he was born, the day he passed away on my arm right here. Because I didn't get to go to his funeral, I didn't get to say goodbye. Like he's always there. He's just right here, always with me. Fast forward to February. My ultimate best friend of all time is my mother's mom. Her name is Janet. It's my grandma. She had 3 different cancers. She beat breast cancer like 6 years ago. She beat it once, and then it came back. She also smoked cigarettes when she was like 7, so she got lung cancer. It got to the point where just dealing with those 2 and dealing with a hip and shoulder replacement, like she couldn't eat, she couldn't like move. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with what hospice is, but it's short, or it's end of life care is what it is. People who go on hospice, they either have a few days to a few months to live. Really, there's like no telling. While she was going through hospice, it was about a week and a half, 2 weeks into hospice. Her lung cancer spread to her brain. Guys, brain cancer is like bad. It's like really hard to beat. And it just took such a toll on her. Like her dementia sped up. It just was rapid. She like couldn't hold like full conversations with the family that when they would go visit her while she was in bed rest. The only person she could have a full conversation with was me. I don't know why, but it meant a lot because I was able to talk to her. Like, I remember my mom would always tell me, she'd be like, yeah, it's probably not a good time. I was like, just put me on anyways, just so I can at least talk to her and she can hear my voice. And even if she was asleep, she'd hear my voice, she'd wake up. She'd start crying. She'd tell me she loved me. And I never wanted to go without asking her if she was proud of me. So the last phone call I ever had with her was the day before she passed away. And I got to ask her, I said, Grandma, are you proud of me? And she said yes. She said, I love you so much, I'm so proud of you. I have it written on my bathroom mirror, so I can look at it every single day. But like, it didn't like, feel, like it felt great, don't get me wrong, but like, I didn't feel worthy of it. Because at the time I was like, just, like leadership's super important, but like to me, I've always dreamed of more. So like to me, I was just like, wow, I'm just in leadership. I haven't really accomplished anything, didn't go to college, graduated high school with a 1.7 GPA. And so she became my why. She was already my why, but it like really set in stone, like I'm gonna do this for her so I can feel like I deserve to read those words and believe it every morning. It's really hard. I think about it every single day. I remember like, I wasn't like still fully 2 feet in the business, like during that time. And I remember the day after she passed away. So I went home, the day she passed away, I went home, like not to Nebraska, but I went home here. Just kind of like felt my feelings. I think you should feel your feelings sometimes. But I went home the day she passed away, came in the day after, because I was like, I need to work. I remember I went to the field with Tommy, a girl named Madison, and a girl named Andy. Went to this territory, and like that week, it was like kind of gloomy all week, but then the day after, it was like the most beautiful day outside. It was like sunny, it was breezy, it was like 77, and like I'd never done a day of 6, ever. I think my highest day was like 4. And that day, everything just went my way. Everything. I did 6 that day. I had hit my first qualifying day, even after being in leadership. The way I got into leadership is I did 18 in 5 days. But I remember I got the first building I went to, I got to the top floor of the third story, and I looked out on this like pond that was in the back of the complex, and I just remember I felt it. I felt like she was behind every single door. She was around every single corner. And from that day, like, I just vowed to myself 100% every single day. If you guys don't know, from getting promoted into leadership, if you give 150% for 120 straight days, you're done. That's literally all it is. The moment that you commit, it's 120 days. Now, you're gonna face some challenges, for sure. You're gonna have people that get in your way and obstacles that you are having a hard time overcoming, but that's why I stress so hard on why people are here. I know I talked to the orientation class about it today. Knowing your why is super important, because when you have a really tough day, if you don't have anything that's driving you, you're gonna give up. And I don't think anybody should give up. I could have given up so easily. There were so many times where I was just like, dude, I want to go back home and be with my family. Like, this is so hard. But I just remember, like, Tommy was always there for me. John was always there for me. And like, for Mother's Day, this part's gonna mess me up too. For Mother's Day, so I built a team of of 6 leaders in my first like 2 months. I went home. My goal was get to level 2. I can go home for graduation and Mother's Day. I'd also get to see my grandma's burial site where she's resting. So I left. I got to level 2. The whole team that was part of the team back then. The only one that didn't quit while I was away. That's why me and Anthony have such a strong connection, is because he's seen me like do really well, hit rock bottom, and bounce back. He's really the only one that's seen that. Brandon showed up soon after that. He showed up probably like a month or 2 after that. But I had five guys quit on me while I was visiting family for Mother's Day. That hurt a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it hurt a lot because they pushed so hard themselves just to get me there. And I come back and 5 people are just gone. No text, no call, just gone. No call, no show. It was tough. I didn't understand why. I beat myself up about it a lot. I was like, dude, like there had to have been something I could have done, which I recommend always trying to find a way to blame yourself in a healthy manner. Like, yes, you should find a way to blame yourself. However, like, you also do need to understand at the end of the day, people are people, and sometimes it's just not for them to go through this. And it took me a long time to realize that. Tommy really, really helped me put that into perspective for myself. That's why when I was always imagining my promotion day, I always told people, dude, I'm gonna cry so much. Those of you who saw it 2 days ago, like I did, my mom got to come down and hand me my certificate, which meant so much to me because not only was the team given such a short notice, my mom was literally told on a Saturday, and she booked a flight, got down here, she spent less than 24 hours in the state and flew back home just so she could see me get promoted. That means a lot. But what also means a lot is the fact that Anthony really stuck by me at my really good times and my really bad times. He's seen me make a lot of mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes in coaching him, but he's had grace, he's had patience, he's had trust. And I think those 3 things are very important. Understanding that like whoever is coaching you is learning how to coach you in that moment. Not all of us are perfect. Not all of us are Richard, and like even when it comes to Richard, like he's still learning too. So you have to have patience with Richard and Tommy. I've always stressed that when building teams is people are like, how do you build your team? And I'm like, dude, just trust and patience. Like understand this is a training program. Every day is new to everybody. Like nobody's lived this day before anybody else. Like, we're all here. Like, the name of the week, like the name of like a Monday or Tuesday, like that's just a made up thing, you know? Like, somebody decided, like, I'm gonna name this Monday. What does that even mean? You know, like, I don't know, but that's why when I started visioning my promotion and deciding, like, yes, I want to expand, I want to be one of those people that helps Nestle expand their footprint across the nation and help New Bern's goal of being in 30 offices by the end of the year, I knew without a doubt Anthony was going to come with me. There was no question. I've seen this guy go through a lot, and he always talks about how I motivate him, how I inspire him, but I don't think he understands how much he inspires me. So understand, like, if you guys ever have the blessing of hearing his story, dude, it's super inspiring. Seeing where he was before he got here to where he is now. That's what inspires me. He didn't have the white picket fences that I had growing up. Were there days where he would like really trying super hard to be positive and he couldn't be? Yes. But now those days don't exist. He's learned, he's grown. That's why I had no doubt that I was going to bring him with me wherever I went. I had no doubt whether I went to Alaska or Buffalo or freaking Japan, like Anthony would be there. He'd be like, dude, if we gotta learn Mandarin, we gotta learn Mandarin. You know, like, he's a ride or die, and I really appreciate him. John pushes me every single day. He's always like, dude, are you reading? Yes, John, I'm reading. When do you have time to read, John? I wake up before you sometimes, I just read for you. He holds me accountable to my goals, my dreams. Avon, dude, none of you guys really know how much Avon pushes me and has pushed me in the past. I don't know, some of you guys might have seen, like, me and Avon do talk some shit to each other. But you guys did not see it when it first started. Like, it got so bad, like, Richard had to tell us to stop because people were worried. They were like, why do they hate each other? And we would do it in the group chat on WhatsApp. Also, new people download WhatsApp at some point today, please. Dude, we would just go at each other's throats for no reason. But her and I would always know that it was never coming from a malicious standpoint. It was just to push each other to be better. But like, people would go to Richard and they'd be like, dude, like, I don't think they like each other. Like, what's going on? And Richard had to like pull his head. Like, guys, stop. You guys are just being too intense. And she's not here right now, but she's in Waco, absolutely killing it, smashing goals. But Sarah, she's been by my side through all of it as well. She's one of my best friends, and I know the connection that I've made specifically with Avon and Sarah, they're gonna last a lifetime. I know they're gonna run amazing offices and build amazing teams. Avon just needs to learn how to run a little faster, that's all. Just kidding. No, she's gonna be amazing. She's gonna be a millionaire someday. I recommend you guys do reach out to her and ask her how she does the things she do. Doesn't make sense. But yeah, what time is it? It's 12. No, but do you guys want to know that's my story, really? Now I'm here. You guys want to know my company name?
Yeah.
Tell us.
So,
Say it.
my dad's side of the family's last name is Swander. That's what my last name is. And my mom's side is Pelzel. So to honor my grandfather and my grandmother, I decided to name the company SwanPal Solutions. It means a lot. Like Richard said when I got promoted, like, it's gonna be really hard for me to let down my family name. Every day I wake up, if I feel tired, I'm gonna be able to look at the office building, see my sign out there, see the team sign out there, and be like, wow, my family is on a building, and I'm gonna make them proud. But that's my story. I'd love to answer questions, but I do want you guys to get to lunch. So be back at 12:32. No, just 12:30. Be back by 12:30. Cool. Thank you guys. Yeah, dude.
special effects for the professional